Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige.
Peace, family. I'm PaigeAndderson. I'm here with a new video. This one's going to be on the Roland Verselab MV1. Now, I'm showing you how I use this instrument. So many times, these 6-tone tracks and that one kit track is not enough space for me to create my masterpiece. So sometimes I will have to take a track or so and record source. So what I'm going to do is record the source and then make it a sample and place it on a pad in my kit track. So the way you do that is relatively simple. All you have to do is hit edit. Well, let me let you hear what I have, right? Before we do that. So let's hit exit. What I have is this late 80s, early 90s piece. My heart is right there right now. I don't know why, but my heart is right there right now. So I'm making music in that era of musical presentation. So check it out. Now I have an orchestra hit that's on my bass track. Let me just mute all this out and you'll hear it. I'm going to take that because it really doesn't need a whole track to itself, and that will create space so that I can choose another sound in that fabulous Roland catalog to, build my masterpiece. So what I'm going to do here is, first things first, I'm going to hit edit, and then I'm going to hit record. When you get to record, you're going to see record trigger, and that's record trig, but it's trigger. Go ahead and click the value knob in. The way I do it is I go with the clock because I want it to start recording as soon as I press start stop. So I'm going to click the value knob in here. Then I'm going to mosey over to my record source. I'm going to click the value knob in, and you can do it with Control-3, but I typically use the value knob because it has click points. So you have wet, dry, PC, kick, snare, hi-hat, kit, bass, instrument 1, 2, vocal track, and complete mix out. I'm going to go back to the bass track because that's where I'm going to record that source from. Bam. Now, I don't have to have all the tracks muted. I can have all the tracks up, and it's just going to record the source, the information coming from the bass track. Now I'm going to hit shift and record. I'm going to go ahead and put this all the way, put my measures all the way at 8 so that I can see 7, then 8, then I'll stop. And that way I don't have overage or too much overage. All right, so let's do it. So now that I have recorded that information, it is here. All right. Before I set the sample, I want to make sure that this sample goes to my SD card. So I am now going to toggle over using the value knob. Just keep going to the right until you get to export. I'm going to export this sample over. I don't have to edit it at all. I don't have to take anything off the end or, try to set the beginning. It's all the way that it needs to be. So all I'm going to do here is push the value knob in. it is now exporting that sample to my SD card. Once it's on my SD card, I can take the SD card out and put it into my computer and name that sample, because that's the only way I know how to do it. All right. I'm going to hit, well, I'm not going to hit exit. I'm going to hit the sample again. And then I'm going to set this sample. Just for this video, I'm going to set the sample. I want it on pad number 13 because that's where it's going to go. It is now importing the information to pad number 13. I'm going to hit exit. So the sample is called recorded sample, and I know there should be a way for us to name the sample and you know, have it on our card and all that, but there's, you know, this is what it is right now. So when I hit the pad, my information is there. Now, the good thing about having it, and if you want to stop that, you can just hit shift and start stop, and it stops the sample. Now, the good thing about having it on the pad is I can now hit edit and that pad, and I can go into instrument edit, and I can level, get the level correct. I can pan it left to right. I can add delay and reverb. I can put it on a mute group so another sample can stop it. I can assign it to the multi-effect, or I can make it dry. And then there's, you know, EQ and all of that stuff that I can do to that pad alone. All right, now let's get back to it and move out of there. The other thing that you need to do when you're dealing with the samples is there's a drift that you got to fix. And if you remember my video from a few years ago, you will remember that the way you fix that drift is by hitting edit and grabbing control knob number 3. You can do 1, 2, or 3, but I usually go with number 3. And then go to decay. Once you're on decay, release edit, and then take that same control knob that you used and just run it all the way to the end. So now you won't get that decay. So now I can go to this bass track and hit clear and sequence, and I can clear that sequenced information, and I can now add a new sound here if I want to. But I just wanted to show you how I make space using the Roland Verselab MV1, and I hope this helps you out. If you are using the Roland Verselab, I hope this helps you out. If you are thinking about getting a Roland Verselab, I hope that my future videos and this one helps you out. I realized that it's not so hard for me to make these videos. I had a lot of medical issues and was a little tired every day. So trying to make music and going back and forward to the doctor was a little bit complicated for me. So I've found a way of working. But I'll see you guys on the next video, and I will be up in 2 days. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, so the video will be up on Monday. I'm going to shoot it on Sunday. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.